Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 58 of the Sim Racing Show. And this week, things have exploded. iRacing and Le Mans Ultimate have both unleashed, they say, game-changing updates to their GT3 tyre models on the same day. So we have Le Mans Ultimate's rich, immersive force feedback where you get really nice road feel versus iRacing's, in my opinion, more clinical, precise feel. So if you race GT3s, this changes everything. And there's more GT3 news. Assetto Corsa Evo is finally going GT3. Yes, the BMW M4 GT3 Evo is coming along with one of the best GT3 tracks, Spa. And more GT3, Team Redline just got kicked out of the top split at the Nürburgring 24 hours. And what they've done has made the whole sim racing world split. Is it a loophole or is it straight up cheating? Meanwhile, Le Mans Ultimate's update was more than just GT3 tyre model. They say it's the biggest update yet, and it's a full Le Mans week special. New cars, new tracks, and yes, driver swaps are kind of finally here. Gran Turismo. I went to the Gran Turismo World Series. I met so many of you there. I gave away free gifts. It was incredible. Don't be shy coming up to me. It was awesome kind of taking photos and getting to know what you're driving. But on the actual news for everyone, the Xiaomi SU7 Ultra is coming to GT7. So it is fresh up breaking the Nürburgring 4-door lap record. A Vision GT car is coming soon, but I'm not going to drink the Kool-Aid. I'm not sure I care too much about it. I would rather see the Ferrari 296. I'd rather see the Porsche 963. That's just me, so you can let me know what you think as well. And then, in hardware news, I think a genuine game changer. I've reviewed it. The Conspit 300 GT wheel is about £370. It's basically going for Moser and trying to kill SimMagic. More news coming as well. Forza Horizon 5 stats on PlayStation will shock you. SES has teased buses and Euro Truck Simulator. So let's get into it. But if you're not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button right now. It's free on YouTube and it massively helps me out because it's just me and a journalist who are doing this news for you. So the big news, dominating sim racing world. iRacing Le Mans Ultimate rolling out the updates to GT3 tyre models. Firstly, this is great competition. I've been doing this for years and years and years. I remember covering iRacing in 2020 when there just wasn't really a lot of competition for kind of like online GT3 racing, if we're honest. Now, Le Mans Ultimate, which I slated at launch, completely honestly, is bringing the competition. So, the Le Mans Ultimate GT3 tyre model, they say, has been developed with direct input from real-world WEC drivers, many of whom I've spoken to and interviewed in real life, and they say it aims for greater realism by reducing excessive sliding and enhancing grip communication. This results in a narrower operating window for the tyres, demanding more precision from drivers. We are going to start to see people having favourite sims properly between iRacing and LMU. So meanwhile, the iRacing update brought a comprehensive physics and tyre overhaul to all of the GT3 class, so that directly addresses the long-standing community feedback about grip and handling in iRacing. They say it changes focus on improved accuracy, better wet and drier tyre behaviour. Remember, iRacing Tempest is probably the best wet weather system in sim racing. More resilience to sliding, aiming for a less punishing and more communicative feel at the limit. Remember, in iRacing historically, you overheat the tyres really easy and then they kind of like go off the cliff. Le Mans Ultimate, you have this kind of like soupy R Factor 2 feel on the tyres. So this intense development is fueling this debate between the sims. Le Mans Ultimate, praised out of the box, no doubt, was one of the strengths always, was that force feedback, and that was seen as an advantage over iRacing. But now, has iRacing actually closed the gap? Well, as you might expect, I'm going to be going so in-depth on this, you don't want to miss it. I promise you, we are going to be finding the absolute truth to force feedback and sim racing on this channel. To the extent I flew to the Netherlands and I did an insane test that's coming on this channel where I did a blind test between force feedback wheels, including a unannounced, well not unannounced, but a upcoming sim racing wheel where we go properly into force feedback. It's all coming on this channel. Now, Assetto Corsa Evo's next update is finally bringing GT3 cars. I've criticised the game for not having modern machinery, but it's coming in update 0.3 along with Spa. This is a big moment for Evo because the GT3 era begins now, and it's starting with, they say, well, it's going to be a slightly upgraded version of the ACC car, Also the Renault 5 GT Turbo and the Caterham Academy car coming as well. So they've still got that Assetto Corsa DNA of bring it all together. No public date yet, but it could be at the Spa 24 hours. We'll see. Now, speaking of, well, Team Redline, Max Verstappen. So Max Verstappen owns Team Redline, by the way. This is a sim racing team where Max Verstappen famously competed in the Nürburgring 24 hours last year whilst winning the Imola F1 race. Like, insane, never been done before. And they left Team Redline, the top split of Nürburgring 24 hours, because of what iRacing calls nefarious tactics. I've been doing the digging, done a proper deep dive in this. Remember, Redline qualifies 1st, 2nd, and 7th. So 3 teams in top split. They got some of the world's fastest drivers, but when the race started, they all pulled into the pits before towing to the pits. So they pulled off, towed into the pits, and then they sat there. No one knew what was happening, but then tires were coming on and off, fuel was going in. So this is covered in a deep dive video I'll link at the end of this sim racing show, but basically incredible level strategy here to get a lower ride height for the 24 hours by starting on wet tires and qualifying fuel. That wouldn't have worked, but they towed to the pits. Now, how is Max Verstappen connected to this? Firstly, he owns Team Redline. Secondly, he won this race for Team Redline last year. Thirdly, he was scheduled to be on the Team Redline stream. Fourthly, this is a rumor going around. The whole reason Team Redline did this was to have the fastest possible setup in the race, so Max Verstappen could be the fastest driver in the race. That is a rumor, but there's 4 reasons right there why Max Verstappen is, again, involved in some kind of controversy. We saw in Formula 1 at Barcelona, the contact with George Russell multiple times, the penalty. We've seen it at other times as well. So this is pretty massive for sim racing, because I think it shows that people really care about sim racing. I think it shows that people really care about stewarding in sim racing, technical inspections. The blurring between sim racing and real motorsport is exactly on these sort of issues where a team has found a loophole and pushed it. That's what happened in Formula 1 with the flexi wings. It happened with Ferrari with their fuel flow. It happens all the time in real world racing. Now let's focus a little bit on Le Mans Ultimate, the update there, because it is Le Mans this week, and that's really exciting. I may be going to the Le Mans Classic. We will see. So what's coming in Le Mans Ultimate? 2 new GT3s, Lamborghini Huracan Evo 2 and the Lexus RCF. The Lambo sounds like an absolute handful, and the Lexus should actually just sound really nice with that V8. Lusail International Circuit is coming. It's already here. I don't really rate it that much as a circuit, to be honest, but it should be pretty fun to drive in the hypercars. Also, that aforementioned tire model update to LMGT3. But the big one, potentially, driver swaps and team management coming, although you will need a Race Control Pro subscription to unlock all of this, plus the custom liveries. Still, extremely controversial how Le Mans Ultimate is an early access, but they're now charging for so much content and you need a subscription. However, it's working for them. It's the most popular the game has ever been. And a little another thing for you here, just hot off the press, the Aston Martin Valkyrie is coming. You can test it at Le Mans this weekend. Thrustmaster and Pimax will be there, and Le Mans Ultimate are going to be there. So we, on this channel, I've worked with all of them. So that's really exciting. I'll try and get some more details on that directly from the team. But let me know if you're enjoying Le Mans Ultimate and what you think about the monetization. Now, we will go to Gran Turismo and all the other news, but before that, a big shout out to the sponsor of this video, Instant Gaming. Don't skip this, because if you're thinking of buying a sim racing game in the future, definitely check my link in the description, because the prices are better than you get elsewhere, like you can just see. So I think at the moment, Evo $22, ACC $9. If you want to get GTA, $11. Japanese Drift Master, $26. They may be with or without sales tax, I'm not sure. Just click the link, use my affiliate link, and you will actually save money. And I think Instant Gaming is one of the more reputable stores there, so we appreciate them sponsoring the channel. Now, Gran Turismo 7 is getting the Xiaomi SU7 Ultra, announced live in London by Kaz. I was there, although it was leaked early and I shared the link. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, but I did. It does have the Nürburgring 4-door lap record with a 646, I understand, faster than the Pro Drive Impreza. So we're going to get to drive it on GT7. Xiaomi apparently even have naming rights now for a corner at Nordschleife. Apparently their management staff, I heard when I was at the event, they're really into sim racing. a lot of their management like actually do real world racing, they say. So there's obviously a passionate thing going off there. But to be honest, I don't care too much about the Xiaomi car. The GT World Series was more exciting. It was really fun. It was really a lot of strategy in there. The manufacturers race was quite interesting. The Nations Cup, Spain dominated as I predicted. Jose Serrano and Polera went 1-2 on a really, really, really interesting strategy. And there was great last lap battling as well. Everyone in the crowd really enjoyed it. It was a super low ticket price to get in. Gran Turismo bought loads of cars that you can go and see, including an Aston Martin Valkyrie and a Porsche that I got to sit in courtesy of Porsche. That was awesome. And I got to see so many of you, so it was completely awesome. We'll do another meetup as well at some point in the future, so let me know in the comments if you want to join a meetup. Now, this one surprised me. Forza Horizon 5, as you know, is on PlayStation 5. Now, it's topped the sales charts in Europe and America. Topped it. This is a huge move for an Xbox title. It's been out for years already, 2021 if I remember, and over 2 million copies sold on PS5. So the biggest racing game right now on PlayStation is not Gran Turismo, it's Forza Horizon 5. And if you watch the Xbox Showcase, which I did, world premiere, the next Forza game is coming next year. So let's watch out for that. I think, my prediction, Forza Horizon 5 being so successful on PlayStation 5 will force Sony to do some open world racing games. Remember, we got the new game coming from Lighthouse Games. There's some more ex-Forza Horizon people doing an open world game as well. And Ascetical to Eva at some point will come with an open world, but I wouldn't hold out for that. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near the level of Forza Horizon. Now, one of the biggest problems in sim racing for people is, what do you choose for your mid-range sim racing wheel? There's a lot of choice. I've been using, well, you see behind me here, the McLaren GT3, the Thrustmaster 488. Also, I have the Moza KS. Loads of wheels around this price bracket. Obviously, Simatic GT Neo. But Conspit have come out with something for $360, including VAT, pounds, $399 in the States, not including sales tax. It's really interesting. Very interesting to know what you think. Do you trust Conspit or not? Do you believe that they've managed to get all this functionality in a wheel and it's going to be reliable? Because it's got like different profiles you can do. It actually has a screen, magnetic shifters, carbon fiber paddles, carbon fiber clutch paddles, carbon fiber construction, rear buttons, and just all the actual buttons on the front you could want. So very interesting wheel, interesting what we think about it. Now, SCS software on a roll. First, remember in the Sim Racing Show, they teased drivable cars and pickups in American Truck Simulator, and now they've dropped a teaser for coaches in European Truck Simulator 2. We're talking a big Scania bus. It came out from behind a lorry, so it's not a fan-made mod. It's an actual official teaser. And based on the community reaction, people want this. Now, SCS have been in contact with me and want to know if you watching this video, you're interested in Truck Simulator. Because if you are, I will do some cool stuff with them. Maybe I'll drive a truck in real life and try and learn in the sim. So let me know in the comments, put a truck emoji if you want to see that, and I will put it to SCS. It's been another episode of Sim Racing Show. Thank you so much for the support as always. I'll see you here, same place next week.